Good morning. Bear with me a little bit. I we've made some changes. I finally figured out how to hook up this camera in front of me to OBS. So that means a couple of things. It means I can finally move my laptop because I don't have to be looking up there and have it, pointing at me. And well, it also means I have to get used to looking at this camera again instead of looking at the laptop. So bear with me. I'm getting used to it. Now, I do have my other tripod, and I'll be putting that in probably at lunch today. So the camera angle is going to change probably a few times till I get it how I like it. That said, welcome to Periwinkle Palace Arts. I'm Princess Bun Bun, and I'm here with my buns and my buns or my bunnies. I don't know what we want to call them. I'm Princess Bun Bun, and we do art here pretty much every day. So, first, we need to say good morning to our bunnies. My first bunny, I bring her to the desk every day. I bring her everywhere with me. That's the one I say good morning to every morning with you guys. And then I always bring 2 other bunnies with me and trade them out. Let me move this felt. I did get the other felt out of my building so that we can make a few more bunny ears. Hello, darling. Say good morning to Maya. Now you can see her fully. This is my my first bunny that I got from this place called Plushy Drapples. Okay, at first I was a little obsessed and bought one for every single person I know at Christmas. And then I bought one more for every single person that I know, like in January or February. So everybody I know has 2, except for my friend that I mailed one to, that I've never actually met them, so but they were going through some medical trouble and I sent him one. Okay, so anyway, this is my fibromyalgia bunny. She has the little pastel fibromyalgia butterfly on her tum-tum. She has little pink stripes to symbolize places where fibromyalgia really affects us. It's like a tension in the joints. And she has these big button eyes that I'm absolutely in love with. And what was I saying? Oh, it's to it's to symbolize the brain fog that fibromyalgia gives you. And then if you look carefully, you can see she has some little dots. They're little droplets on her there. And she has some right here. And on her legs, on the front of her legs, right there, and the back of her legs. And she has some more on her back and stuff. And those represent what's known as the fibromyalgia trigger points, which are like places that hurt a whole lot for no apparent reason. And also they can cause pain to radiate out from them. So. And I love her pastel rainbow ears. How can you not love that? I love rainbows, so how can I not love that? Anyway. These bunnies, so after I bought everybody I know 2 of them, I started collecting them myself. And I have bought a lot of them. And at first I was like, this isn't a problem. It's not a problem. There's no problem here. there might be a problem here. Alright. Maya likes to sit under my laptop so I can see her funny little face all day. Hey, go darling. Alright, who else do we have? We have my beautiful and lovely and bright and cheery Fleur. She is the sunflower bunny. Don't bump the mouse, sweetie. She has a big sunflower headband. It does come off, but I haven't like unattached it. And she has these rosy cheeks from being outside. And she has this little leaf on her front, which represents like growth, I think. It's a pocket. I don't know what to put in the pockets. Almost all of the bunnies have like little hidden spots, or their outfits that I've got them come with little purses that you can fit little things in, and I don't know what to put in them. What should I put in the pockets? Any ideas? Any thoughts? She also has this little sunflower basket kind of thing design on her feetsies, and she has these sunflower pattern. It's very textured. I love that. Ears. And then she has this sunflower seed designed pocket in the shape of a heart. It's another pocket. What should I put in there? It's like velvety. I love it. She's very soft. She's a silky kind of soft. And she's named after one of my kiddos. Sort of. Like, instead of using their actual names, if I name something after my kids, I use one of their nicknames. So, yeah. She's bright and sunshiny, and I love to have her around. They have a lot of different flower bunnies. She's the only one I've bought because I love sunflowers. If my voice sounds croaky today, I'm really sorry. That happens sometimes. I woke up this morning and my mouth was so dry. My nostrils were dry. My throat was dry. Like, it felt like I had just been in the desert for a week. So, yeah, I might be getting sick. I don't know. I've been sneezing and I have a soreish throat, and my husband has a soreish throat. And we both looked at each other last night and we're like, are we getting sick? Crud. So I have another bunny here. I know, I'm running late this morning. This is my existential crisis bunny. And I've had quite a few existential crises today and yesterday. And she has these melty little stars in her ears. That's a velveteen. And she has like these drippy dots all over her, everywhere, and she has like these drippy lines, and they kind of represent like a meltdown. I don't know. There's like a lot of ways you could see an existential crisis. For me, having an existential crisis means I'm freaking out over something that doesn't actually matter. But usually it's kind of covering up a freak out that I might be having about something else that's more important. Anyway, she also has an omega symbol on her, except part of it's up here on her head and part of it's down here on her tummy, and it's split in half. I think it's the omega symbol. I could be telling you wrong. This is why I need to make a stuffy book. Anyway, her name is Ice Cream, and she comes out whenever like I'm freaking out because I got a little bit of hot glue in my hair like I did yesterday. It was down here in the bottom of my hair, And like for a good 20 minutes, I really thought that it was like it had gotten in my hair while it was still hot. Because if it gets in your hair while it's still hot, that's difficult to get out without cutting it if it cools. Even if it's not cool yet, it would be difficult to get out, yeah. But it turned out it was just like a little blob that I had scraped off the table that had some strings hanging off of it, and the strings kind of got tangled in the bottom of my hair. It was a whole thing. I also lost my Sharpie yesterday at lunch and had to switch the colors I was using on the spiral. Yeah, I'm having some existential crises today. So, Ice Cream came to see us. She's a very squishy bunny. I've noticed some of the bunnies are very squishy and some of them are not. Like I have one that I call Hypno, and his head is kind of misshapen, and it's really hard. Like I've been kind of squishing it a little bit, not this one, the other one, a little bit, trying to like soften the head up. But this one's super soft. These are all hand sewn, and like you can tell that they're hand sewn. They're very high quality. The embroidery work on them is absolutely beautiful. I don't know who does their embroidery, but hats off. And so some of them have little quirks. Like I have one that's missing their bunny tail. That's Flit. My Maya, she has one leg that's shorter than the other. So they aren't on purpose like defects. They're just little unique things that come from when you make something by yourself. Kind of like what we're going to be doing today. Because you see, I bought this. Isn't it adorable? And I like to wear them all the time. However, when I bought them, I bought like 8 of them, but I didn't realize that I bought 8 and they were all the same exact color. And I was like, oh no. So I could go onto Amazon or whatever and do search for all the different colors that I want, right? I could. But then again, it was $15 for a 4-pack. That's $30 for 8 bunnies. And if you get every color of the rainbow, how much money is that? That's a lot. I'd rather spend my money on other things, but I still wanted some bunny hair clips in different colors, because if you don't know, I organize my life by color, my whole life, not just my my clothes or my art supplies. No, everything. My days of the week are set to a color. Mornings, afternoons, and evenings have different colors. My children have colors. They're all adults now, but I've been labeling their stuff as red, blue, and purple, green, respectively, since I had the children. You got to mark their stuff all the time, especially if you have a couple that are close together and you buy them the same thing. Look, the struggle is real. Okay, so everything's organized by color, and I try to wear the right color of the day of the week every day. I don't have a lot of yellow shirts or orange shirts, so that throws me off. And also I recently cleaned out all of my clothes, and so I got rid of anything that didn't fit, that was ripped up too much, etc. Well, that was a lot more of my clothes than I ever realized I was getting rid of. So, one of the ways I get around that is if I can't wear the right color for the day, I wear ears, right? But sometimes I wear ears, sometimes I wear a princess crown, sometimes I wear ears and a princess crown. It helps me get into art mode. And, yeah. So, having pink bunny hair clips was cool, but I can't wear pink every day of the week. So yesterday, we started making our own. I have wanted to do this project for probably over a year at least. And so I had to collect all the different size pom-poms, and I had to buy felt, and I had to like just make sure I had everything for it. And then, you know, as it usually goes, I started losing the parts. So I couldn't find the hair clips for a while. And then I couldn't find the felt for a while. And then when I found the felt, I couldn't find the big pom-poms. And then when I found the big ones, I couldn't find the tiny ones. Do you ever have that problem where like you have a project that you're slowly gathering things together to do, and as soon as you buy the last thing and it comes in that you need for the project, you realize you can't find the tools to do it, you can't find the supplies, just something got moved and you don't know where it is. So it took me a while to gather the bunnies back together, the hair bunny supplies back together. Okay, so my hands are shaking pretty good today. They're like all over the place. We're working on a spiral. That might be a thing that I do every morning from now on. I also like to kind of do this while I wait for the streaming stuff to load. It just helps me be doing something when y'all show up instead of just sitting here staring at the screen, right? That's boring. Anyway, all right, what do we need to do our art? We need bunny ears, but we don't have green bunny ears yet, but we're gonna make some green bunnies. We have coffee. Do you have your coffee? Do you have your coffee? If you don't have your coffee, please pause me, because look, coffee is required. Unless you drink tea, or like warm milk, or like orange juice. Whatever you drink, get it. We're gonna be here for a bit. I finished this one last night. Can you tell who it is? Oh, it's upside down now. If you want to guess who this is, it's from the big book of music legends. Pop it in the chat. Who do you think it is? Or you could put it in the comments if you're watching this later. So we did that one yesterday. Let me write the date on the back. I finished it. The date I finished it. That would be, what month is it? One of these days I'll get around to figuring out what color each month should be. Because, I mean, there's 6. So, there's 6 basic colors, right? So, there's 12 months. I could just go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and then do it again. It's just not something I've gotten around to doing. Anyway, it is August. It's August 7th, so yesterday was August 6th. I have finished artwork all over the place right now, and I need to sit down and sort it into my portfolio. I just haven't got to it. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit more. Yesterday, I found my entire set of Sakura Pigma Micron fine liners, and I forgot how much I love them. I had to swap out the pens because my Copic 0.03 and 0.05 millimeter fine liners, they did not survive very long. Like, they died day before yesterday. I ran out of ink, so I went madly looking for the rest of my fine liners. I forgot that I had bought this entire huge set. So where is it? I can't reach it right now. I'll show you later. But it takes up an entire foam thing. I don't know what this one's gonna be, but it's out of a book that says what in the actual F. I'm not a non-cursing person, naturally. In fact, I curse worse than anybody else in my house, and I don't care. But for right now, and see, for me, this is kind of like being in public, but also being safe in my little palace. Periwinkle Palace. It's actually a castle in the sky. If you look at my logo, I had that custom made by an artist that I know personally. I paid them well. They designed it for me, hand drew it and everything, and it was made to the exact specifications that I wanted. So it has a lot of symbolism in it for us, and we love it. And if you want to contact that artist to maybe see some more of their art and maybe get a commission from them, let me know, because I am going to start including the link to the artist, or at least their username on Instagram, in the details of the video, which I need to go back and do the editing on the details for the last 3 or 4 days of streams, because I've been dealing with other stuff, like I said yesterday, and or maybe Tuesday. Y'all, I have no sense of time, none. But yeah, so this is like being in public for me, but it's, for me, it's a safe way of being in public. We can talk more about that. I have a lot of reasons. I pretty much don't leave my house, like, ever, unless I absolutely have to, or it's a really big deal that I be there. So, like, I've been to a concert in the past year with my youngest and my husband. That was fun. I prepared mentally for it, because you know you have to buy concert tickets very far in advance. So I prepared mentally for it. I took the right meds. We did the right stuff, and it was fine. Going to Walmart? No. No. I'll go to my doctor's office if I have to, but I'd rather not. I don't like going places, and as of right now, I cannot drive. It's not that I don't want to drive. I can't. So I can't drive myself anywhere, which is annoying. But anyway, enough about that. My whole thing I'm trying to say is I have been trying to curtail my potty mouth while streaming. At some point, I can guarantee you that will change. Anyway, if you want to know what it is that is causing me to dance, bounce, wiggle, lip sync, hum, or sing even badly, I cannot share that song with you. Like, I would love to play it in the background of the video while we do this work and have fun, but I can't, because YouTube, you know, copyright stuff. Still trying to find a way around that. The one thing that I had thought of, I did some research on it yesterday. That's not gonna work, because I was trying to look up some of the songs that I would want to put on the playlist and get licensed. None of them are available on that particular service, so I'm going to look for a different service or come up with a different idea. But right now, that information is still available to you if you want to know what song or whatever is just making me dance, or you want to listen to it with me, or you want to have like a karaoke with me, we could do that. Uh, if you look right here in the corner of this video, it took me like, how long? A couple of weeks to be able to point to where it was. Um, anyway, that's a screen share right there of my Spotify mini player on my computer. That's what I'm listening to right now. So you can see it but can't hear it. Sorry. Charlie. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more lines of this, and then we're gonna move on and start making hair bunnies. I'm kind of excited about this whole project because, like I said, I've wanted to do it for a while, and I'm excited that I'm gonna have um, hair bunnies for each day of the week, because lately my headaches have been super bad, and even though my headbands and stuff are not what's causing the headaches, I get to a point where I just have to like not wear them and take them off because it hurts so bad. So I'm making bunnies that I can wear in my hair when I have a headache. I also have some cute little bunny ear, only the ears, hair clips. When I find them, they're mostly made out of, I think, ribbon and felt. So I might make some of those too in different colors. I'll have to show you them when I find them. Right now, I don't know where they are. Okay, let me for a minute. I'm right here. You can talk to me, but sometimes I do need to get quiet for a few minutes. I hope that this video view will be better for you guys, because having it up there on my laptop, I know that you were constantly like just seeing the top of my head while I was working. And actually, I'd be talking and looking at my camera and talking the whole time, but you couldn't see that because it was just showing you the top of my head. Didn't I say I was going to be quiet for a second? I did. But another thing, that camera right there, it moves a little bit, but it's not actually attached to my desk. So it doesn't move as much when I'm working. So I'm using the Pigma Micron 01 in red, and it's a 0.025 millimeter tip, and it's just super smooth. Now that might be just because of this paper. I'm using the paper that came in the books instead of printing them onto my own paper, which I normally do with most of my art that I'm going to color. But for these, I just tear them out of the book. I can always buy another book if I want to. But these are more like an activity, I guess, not so much art. They're more of a mindful activity that I do, as well as a little bit of warm up for my hands in the morning. This spiral is a little bit different than the ones I've been doing. This one only goes in one direction. There's only one ring. So a lot of the ones that I do, they have two starting points. This one only has one, so we're only going around and around. I have no idea what it's going to look like. I'm not sure what it is at all. It could be just a mandala pattern, but I don't know. Because I don't look in the back of the book to check what it is before I start coloring. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. Lately, I've been doing this thing where I come through with a black fine liner first and outline the lines, and then I just go back and color them in with a different color. I don't think I've ever done one of these in just black. Ever. Why? Why would I do them in black? I don't know. It's not my thing. I like color. Now I like black too, but I don't know. Maybe I should do one in just black. Should I? When I color at night in bed, when I work on these at night, I just have one little warm yellow turned way down light that's like right above my head that I use to see the lines. So sometimes when I come back in here in the morning, I'll see like these little white spots where the ink kind of missed it and I didn't see it. I just fill them in as I go. I feel like these pens are a little bit more comfortable in my hand than the Copics were too. Um, it doesn't matter what I'm doing it with, my hand will eventually cramp up doing these spirals. It'll cramp up doing anything. But for some reason, doing these spirals seems to be really hard on my arthritis bump. I don't know why. I mean, I do know that's right where my pen barrel rests unless I am forcibly changing it to a different spot, which I do that sometimes. Like right now, it's not resting on the bump. But sometimes I also just wear a protector on my hand. It'll still start to hurt after a little while though. I'm just trying to go around this one time until I get back right here. I like to stop where there's a little starting point. I like to stop at the starting point. That sounds about right for me, actually. And that's also letting me go around and check each little area for spots that I missed while I was coloring it last night. Let me show you something actually. I'll make this go a little bit faster. I love these foam blocks. You can get them in different sizes. You can even cut them, you can paint them, you can sand them. I love them. I have so many of them. Anyway, this is like my microns that I couldn't find. I found them now. I have found them now. Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of these that are the same colors, this one. Let's try the number 2. No. How about 5? Yeah. The 5 is it's a 0.45 millimeter. I think this is the same color. Nope, it's not. Hang on. I got this. I think it might be over here. No? What is going on? Let me try this one. Yes. It's the 08. Yeah. This just provides a little more coverage, a little bit faster. Almost there. I feel like this 8 is a little bit too big to get into those two skinny lines. So I do them with the other one. Okay, we'll call that done for now. Here we go. Whatever. Y'all ready to get started? Let me stretch my hands a little bit. Art stretches are important. Okay. So yesterday we made these two bunnies. They don't have eyes yet, but we did find some eyes for them. And I got a little bit of finessing to do here. The first ones I make are always the worst ones, right? I think that goes for pretty much anything. I'm gonna trim this right here. It's got this big bulge of fluff and glue. I don't like it there exactly. Okay, so we're gonna do this a few more times. Yesterday we made a bunch of different colors of ears. I've determined that the best method for that actually is hot glue, but only because I'm using the hot glue gun I am. Which, if you were here yesterday morning, you know I had a fight with it. The glue pen I was using yesterday morning, it was not being kind to me, and I've always hated it. It was just what I had available. But like right in the middle of the stream, I messaged my husband and I was like, can I please buy a hot glue gun from Walmart and have it delivered, please? Went and looked it up, picked pretty much the first one I saw, and I wasn't expecting a lot of out of it in terms of performance, but yeah, I pretty much like it. So this is the hot glue gun. It's a Sure Bonder. I'm knocking stuff over where you can't see things falling over, but that's okay. It's a Sure Bonder brand, which I've never used their hot glue guns before. I'm not sure if I've ever used any of their product, which is strange because it's a glue product. Anyway, I love how it sits. Like, even if you hit the plug cable a little bit, it just still stands up. It's got this interesting bottom, and it's got this. I don't know how long it'll be before I end up breaking that off. Maybe it's pretty sturdy, maybe it's not, I'm not sure. It heats really well, and it heats evenly. It has an on-off switch, which is super important. Let's go turn that on right now. And it has a light on the back of it to let you know if it's on or off. And the trigger is pretty easy to squeeze. It's gentle, it's not heavy. And I really love the detail tip, y'all. I can't say anything bad about this yet. We'll keep testing it. So I also have these pink and gray ears over here. And I found my other piece of white felt. So I have some more white felt to make more ears insides out of, because I didn't have enough yesterday. So let me see which ones of these most fit together. I caught one. Where'd the other one go? I don't see it. Oh no. Did it go in the drawer? Oh, it never even left the desk. Oh my goodness. So I think these two kind of fit pretty evenly together. These ones are a little bigger. They fit pretty good. Okay. I put all of the Pom Poms in here last night. I just want the green ones at the moment. Maybe I should have used a different kind of bucket. I tried to avoid doing that, but green. Let me grab the blue ones too. Wait, where's the other blue ones? I only have the little ones. Because today is green day, tomorrow is blue day, so we'll just get them ready in order. That way I have them to wear. I could be wrong about this, but I always feel like pom-poms need to be like squished and rolled in order to let them fluff up properly. Just my opinion. So I squish them on the like, make sure the inside is squished. Sometimes if they're not squishing good, I'll tug them a little bit. So all of the tails on the bunnies are gonna be like these, a color and a sparkly glitter, but I'm not using those ones yet, not the light blue ones. Okay, we'll start with the white ones. back in here. That's white. I'm gonna put them back in this container in order. We've got black ones. Let's do the brown ones. I don't understand. I thought I pulled out all the colors. I mean, there should be 4 for each color. Okay, I don't know. Here we go. That's a brown bunny. We'll go ahead and put the pink bunny back in here too, because the pink bunnies I gotta make the ears for. What else? Oh, the orange bunny. Again though, where's the other orange puffballs? I must not have pulled out everything I thought I pulled out yesterday. That's okay, the bag's down here. And then the red bunnies. And these are supposed to go to the another set of white bunnies. That white, I wanted to do a white with like light tan, but I guess I didn't pull those out either. I did half of what I thought I did. It's fine. My boyfriend is a teacher, and he started back his first day of teaching today with kids in the class. I'm excited for him. The first school day of the year was always one of my favorites. I actually was a teacher as well before my career crashed and burned. My career didn't crash and burn, my body did, and my mental health did. Actually, yeah, that's how it went. Yeah, see, I rolled this one up last night, and it's more fluffy now. I thought I did this to all of them. I'm sorry. I thought I prepped a little better than this, but in all honesty, the only thing I prep is that's going to happen all day. That is why ice cream is with me. I actually have a grabber for every room in my house, but I don't know where the one for this room went. It's somewhere. It might be in my building. My future studio. I've decided that we're going to go ahead and move it before I move this situation into it. Because we're moving houses. But it's a long process because part of the thing is the house needs to be remodeled and fixed up a little bit. It's not like me and my husband have ever done a project of this size before. It's a little bit of heavy adulting. It's a little heavy on adulting. So this glue gun doesn't really leak either, and it doesn't create tons of strings. So I'm loving that. So I'm gonna glue this right here. It's actually warm enough to hold for a few minutes without it cooling too fast. The other one was cooling as soon as it came out of the thing. So stick our little ears together. I'm doing this in a different pattern than we did it yesterday because as I do something and learn how to do something and make mistakes and mess it up, I become better at it. That's called practice. And that's how you get better at things. You practice. Anyway, so when my boyfriend watching this video later, I hope you have a great day of first school. I hope you have a great first day of school. I have problems talking. A great first day of school? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to put the glue on the big ball. And I'm going to stick the bunny ears to that kind of farther down than I did on the yellow ones. On the yellow ones, I put the little balls together first, and then I added the ears. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. So we're going to try a different way this time. Yeah, I think that's going to look cuter. No, I'm not sparing with hot glue. I'm not sparing with any adhesive, really. That's pretty solid. And put it here and squish it. Now, my original little bunny hair things did not have bunny tails. That's kind of weird if you ask me. So, my hair bunnies are gonna have bunny tails. Okay? Bunnies should have tails. That's how I feel. It's not leaving, the hot glue gun is not leaving no strings, but it's pretty minimal. I'm liking it. I just feel like it's weird when you usually spend like hours, days, weeks researching something before you buy it. And then you buy something on the quick just because you need it now, and you end up really liking it. Come here, bunny. Okay. After I do these green ones, we'll be gluing things together, and then we'll come back later and add clips. But I want to wear them now because today is Green Day. So I'm going to show you how I do this without my wood burner and my special tray that I made. And then later I will show you the other way. I had my own little hair bow business for a while, and I learned a lot of stuff and made my own little tray. So I'm going to measure this out basically. This is 3/8 inch or quarter, it's 1/4 inch wide. Generic cheap white grosgrain ribbon. It works really well for this. Now, if you look at this, it's fraying a little bit. And you see the string coming off of it? That drives me nutty. And there's several ways you can deal with it. On this one, since it's already assembled and I bought it from somewhere, I'm just going to come back and put something called fray check on the edge. I just wanted to show you that is preventable. This is one way to do it. Fraying using fray check is another way to do it. And then later I'll show you the way I like to do it the most. I've got my lighter here, but be careful. And I'm gonna light this, but I'm not going to light the fabric on fire. I'm not even gonna put the ribbon actually in the flame. I'm gonna move the ribbon close to the flame, and the heat will start to melt this. See if I can show you. And that's how you seal a ribbon, with a little flame. But if you're doing this like hundreds of times and you're trying to light the lighter every time, that can become painful. You're basically just kissing it with the flame. So I'm going to start right here on the clip. And we take our end, add right there, and now we're going to fold it over the top. Don't put any glue in the middle here. What I like to do when I can is just take a little piece of something and put it in between here. This way it doesn't get stuck together when you glue it. We just pull that over, pull it kind of tight or kind of loose, it doesn't really matter, and press it down. The strings drive me crazy, so you will see me continually pulling the strings off. Okay, and now open your clip, pull your felt off, open your clip, and apply the glue. I like to apply it to the ribbon itself. That way it doesn't actually get on the inside of the clip, and just fold that down. So now you have it on the back. It comes over the front or the top and folds over here. You don't want to put the ribbon on the bottom part that goes into the hair, or else it will kind of pull your hair. But this just provides a kind of classier look than just leaving the clip plain. Like, it looks more finished, and it provides a nice solid base for you to glue your design or your ribbon on. So these ones I put on, I try to put them facing oppositely when I did them. So if you want to slide it in your hair, you can have them face in the same direction, basically. One on each side. So we're gonna make all of the bunnies have their butt face the back side of the clip. Now I'm gonna cover the whole top of the ribbon with the hot glue. You take the bunny by the butt and press it down, and make sure that it makes contact with all of the glue. So I'm kind of pressing it down pretty hard in there. And then, because the pom-poms, you want to make sure that there's a good solid connection. So we're gonna do it again. pushing it. Now, technically that's all that we need to put it in my hair. But, in just a second. That's a part of the little kit that kind of comes with all little diamond paintings and big ones too. This is some wax, and this is just a little stylus kind of thing with a little metal thing that has a hole in it. It doesn't have a hole all the way through, so it holds wax, and you press the wax into it until it's full. Okay, and that wax will last forever and ever. And for the eyes, I'm going to dump these out, and I'm just going to use this to pick up an eye. And let me look at the bunny. I think we're going to put it right there. That's okay. Alright, so like right there. Okay. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of hot glue here. I'm going to stick it in there. There we go. What do you think? Happy, 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 happy. I just find that using these little wax picker-upper things makes it pretty simple. See if I can get it in the same spot, sort of. What do you think? Are those even? Probably not. They're about as even as my pigtails usually are. Which is not even. That guy's all done. So. Isn't that adorable? Okay, that one came off the little stick. So, let me try again. Get off of me. Okay. That was fun. My hands have trouble doing this on this side. Bunnies! Okay, now we're going to stick a bunch of buddies together. That was kind of like a test one to make sure that my process was going to go okay. Where's that little bag I had? Diamond paintings pretty much always come with at least a basic toolkit. This is some of the stuff you get in it. It depends on where you buy it from. Okay, who's next? Blue Bunnies. I was gonna wear a different shirt today. I wore this one last week on Green Day. It's been washed and everything. It's just the shirt that I wanted to wear, I realized that I didn't really want to wear it because if I got into a fight with the glue gun, it would mess up that shirt. So I just wore this one again. I like this shirt anyway. I came, I partied, I don't remember. Okay, and now we have our bunnies in our hair for the day. Yay! I feel like my day is actually going to start now. Okay, let me see which ones fit together best. I think those fit together better. And take the little piece of hot glue off of the front right here. Why? I don't know. It seemed like a thing to do, but now that I'm looking at it, I realize it really doesn't matter actually, because that part's going to be down in between the pom poms. I still cut it off though. I'm thinking about putting my camera kind of up a little bit and bringing my whole laptop down underneath it. That's what I'm thinking about. I was going to use the Fabri-Tac today, but as I was thinking about it, I realized Fabri-Tac can take up to an hour or two to dry, and so that would mean I had to put everything together and just let it sit there, and I wouldn't be able to do as much of it while streaming. Because have you ever just sat and waited for glue to dry? I have. I don't particularly enjoy it. And making sure that the ears are even with each other at the top. I feel like that's more important. If they don't exactly match at the bottom, that's okay, right? So like down here, I feel like it's alright. And I'm only putting the glue in the center of them so that the ears still bend out a little bit. Got some glue right there. Ow! Crap. Sorry. Oh, that's how it always happens. I'm gonna get fussed at for that one. Let's try that again. That's why we don't try to do things with our right hand. That is not the first time I have ever done something like that, nor will it be the last time. One year, right before Christmas, I was making, specifically for my kiddo, I was making a ribbon sculpture of a Christmas tree, which was basically taking the ribbon. Oh, that really hurt, y'all. That's gonna break out. Okay. Anyway, you take a ribbon and you kind of bend it to make the bottom of the tree. You go out straight and then you bend it back over itself and then you bend it back. And so you make it go back and forth until you get all the way to the top of the tree. So I had it like that. And then I was holding it flat in my hand like so. And I went over it with the hot glue and went to stick it to the bow, the top of the bow. And the bow fell out of my hand. So it knocked off my hand. And I put the entire ribbon sculpture, which it was like this big. I mean, it wasn't a small ribbon sculpture. So the Christmas tree was like pretty big, you know? And it was covered in hot glue that I had just put on there. So I went like so, and the entire hot glued piece landed hot glued down on my other hand. Y'all, that was a nightmare. I couldn't get it off. I pulled it off really fast, the ribbon, and the whole thing landed on my leg. So it burnt me there too. And then I had to run my hand under cold water for a while and then sit there and pick the hot glue off of my palm. It's pretty bad. I couldn't use that hand for a couple days. Oh look, I just gave my bunny a mohawk on accident. Yeah. Ah! I should be wearing something to protect my fingers and hands from this hot glue, but I really hate doing that, and I hate working in that way. That really burned me, and that's bad for my skin. My psoriasis is gonna freak out over that. So note to self, the hot glue that comes out of the hot glue gun, it's hot. Boom. Stick your hand on it. Don't be like me. It's a good time to mention my disclaimer. I am not an instructor. I'm not teaching you how to do this. I am letting you watch me learn and figure out how to do it. I'm not teaching you to do it. This is not a tutorial. It's not a how-to. I'm not qualified and I'm not a professional. I'm just a person that gets through life by doing art. I'm really enjoying making these. Later today, or maybe tomorrow, I need to do a pause and like fix my nails. Not all of them, but pretty much like the right fingernail. This one, not right. The ring finger. I had the R right on both hands. See? And my thumb on this hand. You can see it. I've worn off some of the nail wrap polish stuff. So I just need to file it and shorten it a little bit and put another layer of top coat on there. They'll last me another week at least. Don't drop it. So if you're just joining the live and you're wondering, what the flip did I just walk into? What you just walked into is our day here at Periwinkle Palace Arts. Pretty much every day I do art. I mean, something's really got to be wrong with me for me to not do art, honestly. And so what you've walked into is me doing that. Doing art. I never know what kind of art I'm gonna do. I do have some primary types of art that I do. One of my main things is I like to color, and the other main thing is that I like to do diamond art, which I call blinging. And also I like to draw, but that kind of fits with coloring. And so yeah, and I do diamond art, which we'll be doing one soon. I have one right behind me that I'm gonna mount up today. And we'll probably kit it up either this week or next week. I might do a weekend stream this weekend. If you're down for that, let me know. That would probably be on Sunday. Um, and it's not my favorite craft thingy, art thingy to do, but I also do nails. I do my own nails because I have psoriasis, and so keeping up with my nails is a constant struggle. Um, but I also do like pretty detailed nail art, and so I taught myself to do my nails because I needed to. I have taught myself to do nail art because that's the part that makes doing my nails bearable. I don't like doing my nails. I do like having pretty nails. So sometimes I do the nail art on my actual nail. A lot of times, though, what I like to do is create sets that I can then put on my nails over my overlays. Because the overlays, they're not really the pretty slash fun part. The overlays are simply there to protect my nails, my actual nails. I have horrible nails. Alright, next we're gonna do purple buddies. I do talk a lot while I'm not looking at you, at the camera. So I have issues with eye contact. I'm not really good at it. I'm working on it though. I feel like I do more eye contact with the camera in front of me than the one on my laptop, which is why I switched the camera. Again, why am I cutting these off when I know that you're not going to see them? That's the perfectionistic thing in me. I don't think this one's going to look right with either. I got it. Alright, I had to talk to a friend real quick. Say good morning to him. Okay. So, this one's really skinny. How did I get it so skinny? Okay. Yeah. I am gonna get fussed out over this hot glue stuff. Watch. Yes, I am looking at the shape of each pom-pom to figure out where the best place would be to place each piece. I know that sounds a little weird, but shape is important to me. That's why I keep sitting here squishing them like this. Same stuff. I think that's the first bad accident I've had on live. I mean, I did spill my coffee one morning on my art. That was pretty bad. But it was the first time I've injured myself. I'm watching the pustules start to form underneath the spot where I burned myself already. It's a psoriasis thingy. Anytime I injure myself in any way, my body freaks out and it's like, oh my god, we're gonna croak, you know? And it sends way too many little healing cells to whatever the injury is. It overreacts. So it builds up the cells underneath my skin because there's nowhere for them to go. They're meant to create a scab, but they can't get out of the skin. So they end up forming an actual scab underneath the skin. And then your skin starts to peel and crack and break. First you get little pustules, then you get little tiny red disc underneath the skin that they're scabs. And then it starts to crack and peel. Fluffy bunny, fluff. Okay. Oops, I put a little bit too much glue on that one. I got up here on the edge. Instead of pulling it off like I did on the other one, I'm just going to trim this off. Oh, that's dying. I need to charge it. I'm kind of putting this on here at an angle. I don't know if you can see that. I'm very happy with this hot glue gun. I become more happy with it every time I pick it up. I recommend it. No, that's not paid. I just bought it yesterday. I needed one. There we go. Tails. I got these light purple tails for it. There's like a little... Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I was just pulling the fluff right out of that bunny head. His head looks misshapen. It looks kind of like a turtle head, if you ask me. Okay. No, I'm not hurting the bunny. I'm making a bunny. Fleur is worried that I'm hurting the bunny. But it's not a bunny yet. Right now it's just fluff. I know I was supposed to like figure out how to use Final Cut camera on my iPad last weekend so that I could do more, but I'm kind of at the moment I'm kind of comfortable with OBS, so I'm resisting the change. I seriously resist change always. Okay, we don't have very long left before lunch, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a few more bunny ear pieces. I'm gonna turn this off for a little bit. My hands are kind of hurting from squeezing that thing. Well, my hands are kind of hurting anyway today, but I have these pink ears and these gray ears, and I want to make the white pieces for it. So I want to measure this. Well, not measure it, but I'm going to use my little board here. Push this back like this, and then I'm going to cut like this piece off that's hanging over. Yes, sometimes I hold my scissors upside down so that my thumb doesn't get stuck in them. Because these are made for left-handed people, I mean right-handed people, and I'm left-handed. And I have to be perfect. I know I need to make these smaller than I did yesterday. Going for a walk? Okay, baby. Dad's my youngest. He's trying to improve his fitness and mental health by going for walks. I'm very proud of that. I'm just kind of guessing at this point. That's 4. We need 4 more. So I know I'm either gonna have to trim them down or something, so I might as well just freehand cut them, I guess. Uh-oh. That happens sometime with felt. That's why I don't cut it using a rotary blade or an X-Acto knife or anything, because it pulls. I feel like that one's too skinny. Okay, that's 8 pieces. That's too big. This kind of makes the area I'm working in just a little bit messy. That's why I'm doing it now, so I can clean it off during lunch. So these fuzzies won't be everywhere. I hate it when there's fuzzies everywhere. Okay, I hate it when there's not useful fuzzies everywhere. I feel like it works a little better if I don't go so much on the sides to make it smaller. Just trim the sides a little bit, but if I go to the bottom of the ear thingy, then I can make it shorter, and that seems to make them fit a little better. I like this song. It's called Have a Good Life, See You Never. And it's by Benedict Cork. Just in the dark. Find a new bed, someone to lie to. Ain't nobody gonna treat you better. Goodbye, love, I'll see you later. Tell your friends I don't care, we never say goodbye. Tell yourself I've moved on and leaving you behind. Have a good life, I'll see you never. Pumping my fist, we're not together. You never really liked drama. Goodbye, love, cheers to your drama. Hey, have a good life, I will never. Pumping my fist, not together. You never really liked drama. Cheers to your drama. Have a good life. I already kind of cut this one too thin, I think. So. This one has a little bit of jaggedness along the edge of the gray piece. There we go. I don't know what's in my mouth. It could be fuzz, it could be hot glue, it could be my hair. Okay. I could not find my bone folder. I was telling you guys about that yesterday. I couldn't find it. But what I could find is around here somewhere. It is. I put it out here this morning. There it is. This is an old fingernail file, a metal one that I can't use anymore. So I'm going to use this to do the little creasing part so I don't burn myself. Oh, it needs another glue stick. Oh, I turned it off, didn't I? I made sure I had an on-off switch, and then I turned it off. Let me take these little clips off the orange ears that we did yesterday. We did these ones with the Aleene's glue. Fast grab tacky glue. And it worked well. But I didn't want to sit here and have to wait for everything to dry. Again, that dries faster than the Beacon Fabri-Tac, but it also doesn't dry as fast as hot glue cools, and it soaks through the fabric so that I kind of can't pull it apart once it's glued. I didn't like that too much. See, now that it's dry, I mean, it's fine, but I feel like the hot glue is easier. This just helps me press it closed without burning myself. It stays open. All right, it's 11:03, which means it's lunchtime. So I'm gonna finish this little gray ear. I'm gonna go to lunch. I will be back this afternoon. And we will basically just pick up right from here where we left off and keep going with these bunnies. I really hope you're enjoying this. I would love to hear your comments, even if it's after the stream. Let me know what you think, whether you like it or dislike it. You can even just put a dislike thumb on the video. It doesn't bother me. I didn't get enough right here. Okay. So, I will see you guys after lunch. Have a good one. This has been Periwinkle Palace Arts. Here with my Bun Buns is Princess Bun Bun. That's me. And we did art here today.